What is up, everyone? We are back for Blitzball Battle 3. This is Game 11. Pinstripe Strong, Baggage, first elimination game!
Did you see how solid I felt then? I was engaged in my core. I feel great. I'm not tired at all.
What are you looking for in this matchup? It was pretty controversial yesterday.
I'm looking for the big boy, Jimmy, to bounce back. He needs to be a little bit more relaxed. I think he needs to stop thinking too much and enjoy the game again. Whatever happens, happens, mate. You can control certain things, but your mood is one thing you can control right now yourself, and you need to do that.
That is a very good point. Before we dive into what they said today, let's throw it to the post-game pressers from their first matchup.
I want to play tomorrow, and we had to do something that kind of hurts my belly. Bottom line, if we lose tomorrow, and I think we might be playing hook line or pinstripe again, then we're a joke.
Here's the deal. We just made a fucking heel turn of all heel turns, and I think we got to lean into it.
All right. First matchup with these two teams was an interesting one, I would have to say. What did you think about it? Just top to bottom.
A lot of focus on Jimmy, obviously, but I think Jake needs to get back to the tiger, the fight guy, the guy that hit 700 one tournament. Yeah. Sometimes the way teams work, when one guy's not firing, the other guy's got to pick them up. Mm-hmm. Right now, they're both kind of just sitting around here. One of them's got to step up, or even both will be better.
I think the interesting thing about their first matchup was the fact that, Joez McFly coming into that game did not have an out in the warehouse. And then he got one. Huge. And it wasn't like Pinstripe Strong got that much momentum. No. It's just that Baggage kind of crumbled, it felt like.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a good point. That's why I think Jimmy's got more in the tank. Jake's got more in the tank. I don't know what Joez has left.
Well, let's see what Baggage had to say about what they're going to change in today's matchup versus the last one. All right, guys. So it's the first time I've interviewed you since the very beginning of this tournament. Yesterday, you made some interesting play calls that caused a little bit of controversy. And now you got a lot of weight on your shoulders because this is an elimination game. How are you guys feeling going into this matchup against Pinstripe Strong again?
Here's what I'll say. I'd like to get in front of one thing. You know, the kids aren't happy with the parents when you have to put down the family dog because he's in pain. But you're doing the right thing.
And also, Dad never wanted him nor liked him anyway.
But the dog was sick and he's in pain. But the kids didn't understand that.
It's treatable but expensive.
So we did that. We're going to have to live with that. But it was for the better. So now we have to create a new puppy today. The new Baggage.
I think we are in a handshake agreement with all Warehouse Games fans that if we win today, it was a smart decision and we got ourselves to Saturday. But if we lose today, we're the most pathetic men in the world. Yeah. And I think we can all agree. So if everyone shakes hands right now, all we have to do is win.
If we don't win today, what happened in the last game is my worst sports moment ever. If we win, it's not.
Yes. If Lou hit a double, we would be playing hook line today, and our chances of advancing to Saturday are worse. So we guaranteed pinstripe.
We played the game.
Hopefully we don't have a ground ball that rolls fair. That's foul.
So going into this matchup, obviously yesterday was a little bit chaotic and a little all over the place. I feel like you guys were just trying to get out of each inning. What is your pitching strategy going in?
I'm going to take the pill, and I'm going to go. My arm's feeling good. I didn't pitch the first day, so I've only pitched one day. I'm going to let it eat. You obviously have to attack Joez as aggressively as you can. Lou might be the best hitter to ever be in the warehouse. People sleep on that. So we can still attack Lou, and you got to limit it. But yeah, I mean, we just saw Rotten go down, and they're a similar build. You know, you got to be careful with Trev, attack Dan. So we're going to use that approach and see where we land.
Any final thoughts?
No, I'm going to try and throw more dumb pitches and not just fastballs. Even though my fastball was zipping. And also, I might take a hit of my pen before the game today.
Okay. Should be interesting. Thanks, guys.
We're stuck.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure about the whole family dog reference and Baggage,
what a
but
buzzkill.
Yeah, it really didn't. It didn't feel great doing the interview, if I'm going to be completely honest. But And more important news.
Yeah.
Jake's going to start. Jimmy wants to throw dumb pitches. What do you got on that?
Dumb pitches, I assume he means pitches that he's not as comfortable with. So,
Correct.
Okay, well, look, whatever he did yesterday wasn't working, so he's got to try something else.
Okay, that's true. And Pinstripe Strong was calm, cool, and collected as ever whenever I talked to them. So let's see what they had to say.
Alliteration.
Okay, guys, so obviously rematch up against Baggage. You guys have a different strategy going into today than you did yesterday?
Just play ball. I'm just playing Blitzball now, man. We beat these guys already. Try to do it again. Again!
Joez, are you going to get another out?
Yeah, I mean, we have to. Kind of have to. Like, yes, get another out. Would like that. Maybe two this time. Two.
Blue, are you, what's your pitching strategy going into today?
It's going to be the same as yesterday. Joe's got to get that first out. If he gets into trouble, I'm going to come in and try to close things out.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, Pop.
Who's closing out?
You.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm with that. Are you with that, Pax?
I'm with that.
Good. I didn't bully her into the answer.
Yes, he did. Okay, goodbye.
All right, so exact same strategy from Pinstripe Strong going into today. You got any critiques on that?
I've got no critiques.
Nothing?
I was working with Joez a little bit earlier.
Ooh.
I was just trying to give him something else, some advice to maybe get a little bit more control, a little bit more around the zone, and maybe a little bit of movement. So I said, just move your fingers around, play around with 2 fingers, play around with fingers split, play around with 3 fingers, and even 4 if you want to. I threw in a Chris Medlin circle change. He wasn't as comfortable with that, so we've just gone with the 3 variants of finger placement.
Okay, well, as Joez McFly said, he has to get an out. Like, actually has to get another out to be able to win, because whoever loses this game is going home. But
No mas.
we want to hear from the one and only Jolly Olive on some stats about this matchup. Jolly.
Thanks, guys. It's the first matchup of the losers bracket, and it's another rematch, if you can believe that. Pinstripe Strong and Baggage going head-to-head again, hopefully with a little bit less controversy than last time. And in order to get there, I need Baggage to slug. They've been hitting the ball, but they have 11 hits and 10 singles in this tournament. Jake is 5 for 10, but he has 5 singles. His career slugging is 900, but in this tournament, it's just 500. And Jake has just 3 extra base hits in his last 39 games across 3 tournaments. So in order for Baggage to succeed, Jake needs to drive the ball. Jimmy's been doing his job. He's batting 500 with 5 singles and a double, but Baggage has just 1 extra base hit in 2 tournament games so far. Jake is tied for highest walks issued in just the lone game yesterday, where he only got 2 outs against Pinstripe Strong. And Jimmy's 8 runs allowed is the most in the tournament, despite just an inning and a third of pitching. So Baggage needs to pull it together on both sides of the ball, but they have a good matchup and a team that they're very familiar with in Pinstripe Strong. On the other side of things, the story for them yesterday was obviously Joez McFly recording his first out as a pitcher ever. This lowered his ERA from infinity to 230. Not 230, 230. So at least we have a real number now to work with. Hopefully Joez McFly can get 2 more outs today, because then Pinstripe Strong is in a pretty good spot, because Lou Dab has been having the tournament of his life. You may not realize it, but he's a serious candidate for MVP, especially if Pinstripe Strong can advance through the bracket. Right now, he's tied for 2nd in hits with 6, tied for 1st in doubles with 3, tied for 2nd in walks with 4, and he has the 2nd highest OPS of any hitter in the tournament. But he's been doing it on the mound as well. He's tied for 2nd with 2 1/3 innings, tied for 3rd with 4 strikeouts, and he has the 2nd highest strikeout to walk rate at 4.0. He's the all-time leader in warehouse history for the triple crown of batting average, on base, and slugging, plus OPS for hitters with at least 25 plate appearances. I don't think people realize just how good Lou Dab is, and if he continues to be good, Pinstripe Strong has another good chance at winning another game against Baggage. A lot is on the line here. Team Baggage has been slumping as of late. They need this win for their warehouse legacy. This should be interesting.
Jolly Olive. Always a pleasure hearing from your beautiful mind. Before we go, we have to thank our sponsor, Shady Rays. I know we look fabulous. Moylan, you look absolutely incredible, and it's just because of the sunglasses, truthfully. You can get your own pair of Shady Rays. ShadyRays.com. Use code WAREHOUSE for 40% off and a link to an exclusive collab pair of sunglasses Jimmy and Jake designed. I know, who knew? They're creative designers now. Added to the resume, right? That's ShadyRays.com. Use code WAREHOUSE for 40% off to get your own pair, and that link.
Of course, it is the moment that has this warehouse still abuzz.
Shaken.
Jake Storiale literally turning his back on the competition, saying, we don't care, we'll take the L as long as we can now crawl into the postseason. Pete Moylan, you heard Jimmy O'Brien, Jake Storiale, they came out and said, listen, we're going to look like geniuses if we end up winning this thing and beating Pinstripe Strong.
Right.
We lose, we're going to be bumbling idiots.
Yes. That's true. There's no much. I can't add much more than that. It was a bold move. It was mathematical. It was almost like the Rays, but they got to play a bit better than that. The Rays are also good at baseball, so these guys got to pick it up. Jimmy, it's got to get better.
Do they have to earn some respect back? In your
I think
opinion?
so. Absolutely. Look, if they go next 2 rounds and they end up making the final, maybe it was worth it. Anything less than that, I think we're looking at a bit of disappointment, honestly.
All right, Paxton Elrod is down on the cements. What's the feeling down there?
I mean, there's a lot of pressure going on down here, Rose. I mean, going off of what you said, you're right. I mean, they win today, then they make it to Saturday, and it was a good decision. And Jimmy said that himself. They lose today, then they look pathetic. That was his exact wording. And Jake said if they lose today, it would be the worst thing to ever happen to him in his life, sports-wise. So, a lot of pressure riding on this, and truthfully, I think Pinstripe Strong is just calm, cool, and collected. They're just here to have fun and play and win, and Joe's going to get it out.
Okay.
All right, Pax. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the Joez McFly pitching fiasco has hit the back burner now that he actually has an ERA instead of infinity. But once again, that could rear its ugly head as well.
It could definitely. There's a point where he's going to have to come in and be clutch. His bat is not the issue ever. It's just what he can do with his arm. I was working with him earlier, trying to get him some different grips and trying to get him to work different counts and try to get him to get some movement maybe. We'll see how it plays out.
That's a lot, Moylan.
That's
a lot you put on his plate.
But he's just throwing the ball so straight that everyone's just, there's no variance to it.
All right, Paxton, you have a prediction for us?
It's hard to bet against Joez McFly, but I got to go Team Baggage with this one. I think Jimmy and Jake got that first loss out of the way, and I don't see them losing this matchup again.
Peter?
I have to go with the bosses, not for job security, just because I think they're going to beat. Yeah, I do. I do. Lou Dabs. No, they do. Come on.
Baggage. God almighty, I'm so angry with them. So it pains me to say this.
We can tell you're angry.
I am. I am. I just don't think that's the way you compete. I understand it. I understand the practicality. I'm usually much more brain than emotional when it comes to this stuff, but
hey, you know what happens when stuff like this normally goes down? Commissioners make rule changes. So we'll see how we come back with Blitzball 4.
You never know. All right, it'll be Pinstripe Strong. It'll be Team Baggage. Loser is out.
Out.
Winner moves on to face Forgotten Rotten.
In.
That is all coming your way tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern. We will see you in the live stream for that one. Can't wait for the chat. I'm super excited. Moylan is. Paxton is as well. Thanks for tuning in to the Shady Rays pregame show.